Every nation has a song. But only a handful of songs have changed history. Only a handful have terrified kings, inspired revolutions, and echoed across battlefields for more than 2 centuries. And only one song has been banned repeatedly because of its explosive power. This is the story of La Marseillaise, a song born in blood, carried by revolutionaries, banned by emperors, revived by republics, and debated even today. In our introductory episode, we explored how the French Revolution created the global idea of the national anthem. But the story of the French anthem itself is far deeper, darker, and more dramatic. This is a song that almost cost its own composer his head. A song that rallied armies against kings, including the king its composer admired. A song that threatened monarchs so much that it was outlawed for a total of 66 years. And yet, it survived, because La Marseillaise is more than music. It is a political weapon, a national DNA, a revolutionary document. Today, we uncover the real story behind it. To understand La Marseillaise, we begin in Strasbourg, April 1792. France has just declared war on Austria. The revolution is transforming the country, but it is also weakening it. Foreign monarchs see an opportunity. If France falls, the revolution falls with it. The border city of Strasbourg is under real threat. Tension hangs in the air. Soldiers are exhausted. And the mayor, Baron de Dietrich, knows morale is collapsing. He needs a miracle, something to ignite the hearts of men who are preparing to fight a battle they might not survive. He turns to a young captain in the army, Claude Joseph Rouget de Lille. De Lille is an unlikely revolutionary hero. He is a lifelong royalist, a man who believed in the king, a man who never joined the revolution, a man who refused to take the revolutionary oath. But he loves France, and when the mayor asks him to compose a song to rally the troops, he agrees. What happened next has become legend. Inspired by wine, fear, and nationalism, he sits at his desk, and in a single night of feverish writing, he creates what he calls War Song for the Army of the Rhine. He never calls it La Marseillaise. He never imagines it will become the anthem of a republic. He never imagines it will overthrow monarchies. He never imagines it will outlive him. He simply writes a battle cry. But the lyrics tell a different story. They are violent, desperate, emotional. A country fighting for its life. A people calling for unity. A nation rising from chaos. It is the musical thunder of a collapsing world. The next morning he sings it for the mayor's family. His wife weeps. The mayor declares, "This will save France." And with that, the song begins its extraordinary journey. Here is the irony. The revolution loved the song, but hated the man. Rouget de Lille's royalist beliefs made him suspicious in the eyes of radicals. In 1793, the revolution turned violent. The Reign of Terror began. Thousands were executed in the guillotine. Anyone with the slightest hint of loyalty to the monarchy became a target. Rouget de Lille refused to sign the oath, declaring loyalty to the Republic. He was arrested. The man who wrote the anthem of the revolution was condemned by the revolution. He was imprisoned. He awaited execution. He watched prisoners march to the guillotine. Executions happened right outside his cell. His life was saved only because Robespierre fell from power, days before Rouget de Lille was scheduled to die. This is one of the strangest facts in history. The composer of La Marseillaise nearly died at the hands of the revolution, his song inspired. He lived the rest of his life in poverty. He was never rewarded by the French government. He died in 1836 at the age of 76, largely forgotten. But the song? The song was unstoppable. Once composed, the song spread rapidly. Sheet music circulated among patriotic clubs. It reached Montpellier. There, a young doctor named François Mureux picked it up. Mureux was preparing to join revolutionary volunteers leaving for Paris. He sang the song proudly. The men loved it instantly. They carried it with them on their march north. These volunteers were from Marseille, fierce, passionate supporters of the revolution. As they marched toward Paris, they sang the song with unmatched enthusiasm. On July 30th, 1792, 500 Marseillais volunteers entered Paris. Their boots pounded the streets. Their voices thundered with the song. Parisians were shocked by the force of their singing. People asked, "What is that song?" The answer: "It's the song of the Marseillaise." And the name stuck. From that day forward, the song was known as La Marseillaise. This is an extraordinary origin. A royalist wrote it, a mayor promoted it, a doctor carried it, volunteers transformed it, and the revolution adopted it. A perfect storm. By 1795, the song's power was undeniable. The National Convention declared it the official national song of France. This was a world first. France became the first country to adopt a standardized, legally recognized national anthem. Other nations would follow, but La Marseillaise set the model. Now we reach the central mystery. Why was La Marseillaise banned? The answer: because it is too dangerous. Its message is revolutionary. Its lyrics call people to rise up. Its chorus invites citizens to shed blood for liberty. It is the musical embodiment of rebellion. Monarchs and emperors cannot tolerate a song that reminds people they have the power to overthrow rulers. And so the bans began. Napoleon Bonaparte rose to power as a hero of the revolution, but in 1804 he crowned himself emperor. He replaced the Republic with the French Empire. The last thing an emperor wants is a revolutionary anthem. Napoleon banned La Marseillaise. He replaced it with an imperial anthem praising himself. This is an important detail. Napoleon admired the revolution, but feared its tools. He knew that La Marseillaise could inspire rebellion, even against him. After Napoleon's defeat, the Bourbon monarchy returned in 1815. King Louis XVIII outlawed La Marseillaise completely. For a king who believed in divine right, the anthem was a nightmare. It celebrated the fall of a king. It inspired revolution. It spoke of liberty, equality, and brotherhood, all threats to monarchy. Louis XVIII replaced it with a royal hymn. Singing La Marseillaise in public became a crime. Throughout the 19th century, the anthem was revived only during revolutions: 1830, sung during the July Revolution, 1848, sung during the Revolution of 1848. Between these brief moments of freedom, it was banned again. Under Napoleon III, the Second French Empire reinstated the ban. The anthem became the unofficial soundtrack of underground resistance. It was whispered in taverns, sung quietly before protests, used as a code between activists. La Marseillaise became more than a song. It became a symbol of forbidden freedom. In total, it was banned for 66 years. Finally, in 1879, the Third Republic restored La Marseillaise for good. The newly elected president, Jules Grévy, signed the decree. from that moment on, no government has dared ban it again. But the story didn't end. A new era of controversy began. The anthem's most disputed line comes from the chorus, "Quan sang impur a breve noci longs," that an impure blood should water our fields. Modern audiences often misinterpret this as racism or xenophobia. However, the original meaning is different. In the 18th century, the aristocracy used impure blood to insult commoners, people without noble lineage. Rouget de Lille intentionally reversed the meaning. In the song, impure blood refers to the blood of common citizens willing to defend the nation, a defiant insult to the aristocracy. Even so, the debate continues. Students, politicians, musicians, many argue the anthem is too violent for modern France. The controversy is so strong that during football matches, some fans refuse to sing certain lines. And yet, the song remains. La Marseillaise became the soundtrack of revolutions beyond France. It was sung in the European revolutions of 1848, Russian revolutionary movements, anti-Nazi resistance groups, World War I trenches, anti-colonial struggles, socialist movements across Europe. In 1941, during World War II, the French resistance used La Marseillaise as a code of rebellion against Nazi occupation. Even Hitler banned it in France during the occupation, but underground choirs sang it to defy the Nazis. This anthem has scared dictators for 200 years. Musicologists often analyze why La Marseillaise feels so powerful. The answer lies in its rhythm. It begins softly, then explodes into a marching tempo. It mirrors the movement of revolutionary crowds. The melody rises sharply, a musical symbol of uprising. Its rhythm resembles a drum call to arms. This is not national pride. This is national adrenaline. Rouget de Lille accidentally composed the perfect revolutionary song. Today, France still debates La Marseillaise. Some believe it is a sacred symbol of the Republic. Some believe the lyrics are too violent. Some argue it should be modernized. Some say it should remain untouched. In schools, children learn the anthem. In stadiums, crowds shout it passionately. In times of crisis, France turns to it. After the 2015 Paris attacks, thousands sang La Marseillaise in streets, courtyards, and on balconies. It became a symbol of unity against terror. The anthem still lives, still fights, still inspires. For more than 2 centuries, La Marseillaise has been more than a song. In France, it is treated as a living symbol of the Republic, and its performance carries expectations of respect, dignity, and awareness of tradition. Understanding how to properly listen to or sing the French national anthem isn't just about formality. It's about participating in a ritual that expresses unity, citizenship, and collective memory. In France, proper etiquette during La Marseillaise is clear. When the anthem begins, individuals are expected to stand. This applies whether you are in a stadium, a public ceremony, a school, a military gathering, or even an informal community event. Standing is considered a universal gesture of respect, a way of acknowledging the Republic and those who defended it. During the anthem, people typically remove hats or head coverings unless worn for religious reasons. This is an old custom, rooted in 19th century military tradition, and it continues as a mark of solemnity. Civilians keep their hands at their sides. There is no requirement, nor is it customary, to place the hand on the heart. That gesture is associated more with American patriotic tradition. In France, the posture is simply upright, attentive, and respectful. Singing the anthem is encouraged in public events, especially during sports matches, Bastille Day celebrations, and state ceremonies. However, it is not mandatory. Many French citizens choose to sing passionately, while others might simply stand quietly and listen. What matters most is maintaining respect for the moment. In schools, children are still taught the lyrics and history of La Marseillaise as part of civic education, reinforcing the anthem's role in shaping national identity. There are also guidelines on when not to sing La Marseillaise. It is not used casually or humorously, and it is never treated as background music. In France, the anthem should not be played during commercial activities, entertainment content, or informal gatherings without context. Using it for parody, satire, or promotional purposes can be seen as disrespectful, and in some cases can even trigger public backlash. The anthem carries emotional weight, and misuse is taken seriously. During ceremonies where flags are raised or lowered, or where military honors are given, movement stops completely. Talking, walking, or using phones during the anthem is discouraged and often frowned upon. Spectators are expected to pause what they are doing and maintain silence or join the singing. This moment belongs to the collective, not the individual. When hearing La Marseillaise in international settings, such as foreign ceremonies, embassies, or international sporting events, the same etiquette applies. You stand and remain silent or sing along if you know the lyrics. For French citizens abroad, doing so represents pride in the nation. For non-French attendees, it is a gesture of respect toward France. There is also a legal angle. French law protects national symbols, including the anthem. Insulting or intentionally degrading La Marseillaise in public can carry legal penalties. While the interpretation of insult is debated, the spirit of the law emphasizes that national symbols must be treated with dignity. So, what should you do when you hear La Marseillaise? You stand, you pause whatever you're doing, you remove your hat if you're wearing one, you remain attentive. If you wish, you sing, loudly and proudly or quietly and respectfully. And when the final lines echo, you allow the silence to settle before returning to ordinary life. La Marseillaise is more than a melody. It is a moment of unity, a shared breath across generations, a reminder of liberty and the cost paid for it. Knowing how to honor it is not just etiquette. It is understanding the heartbeat of France. La Marseillaise is not just the French national anthem. It is a pulse of history. It was born in the fever of revolution, carried by volunteers across France, banned by emperors and kings, whispered by rebels in the dark, revived by generations who refused to forget it, and reborn again each time France faced a moment of crisis. It is a song that shook thrones, a melody that terrified dictators, a chorus that inspired armies, resistance fighters, and ordinary citizens to rise, unite, and defend their freedom. Across 230 years, La Marseillaise survived everything that tried to silence it: monarchies, empires, censorship, controversy, and war. Yet it still echoes through stadiums, schools, streets, parades, and moments of national heartbreak and triumph. This is more than an anthem. It is a testament to what a nation can endure and what a people can become. If you're a student, a history lover, or someone who understands the extraordinary power of a single song, then this story is only the beginning. Subscribe and join us as we uncover the next anthem, its secrets, its controversies, the struggles behind its creation, and the history that shaped a nation's soul. Tell us in the comments, which national anthem should we explore next? The journey continues.